so happy we could sit down and have this conversation, girls.
Same.
It is so exciting to be here and to really talk about things that are so personal to us. So speaking of personal experience, we are here, of course, to kind of talk a little bit more with each other about the LGBTQ plus community. So for you, like, what was your story in wanting to be part of our discussion?
Basically, my sexuality and my relationship. So, surprisingly, I got really positive feedback. So many people supporting me.
They've always wanted me to be the best version of myself. They've been always there to support me to whatever decisions that I've made to my life, especially joining Miss Universe.
I love that you're here also because of your friends and your family members who identify as part of the community, because
yes,
I think like with the community, the beautiful thing about being a part of the LGBTQ plus community or an ally is that it's about living authentically, and that's for everyone. And for you to be here because you are inspired by people who choose to live authentically, like Claire, or even like myself,
three of us,
all of us. It's not an LGBT plus issue. It's an
It's
issue,
a universal issue.
Stigma, violence, and discrimination will always be the reason or why this young LGBT find it very challenging to open up, to express themselves, right? Because of this, being discriminated, and they find it so hard to seek help, especially on HIV treatment, education.
but I had realized that it's not just women that face that abuse. It's really people that are discriminated because of their gender. And I think as a feminist, or feminist in progress, because we're all learning, we're all trying to grow, you cannot be a feminist without including trans women, without including bisexual women, without including women of all different backgrounds, because then your feminism is not intersectional. It needs to be intersectional, it needs to be intentional, and it needs to be international. You have to think about people all over the world.
I think it's really also important to highlight that we should include kids in the conversation. It is our role as, as older people to teach, as adults, as older people.
We're
as
adults now. I think all of us would know.
As adults, as adults, to open up the conversation and make sure that they're part of it. They're still making waves for the community is just by simply being themselves and expressing their truest selves.
So I do hope that even just by us sitting down here and having a conversation, that we can look at the small things we can do to promote acceptance.
And while also not wanting to be suppressed from expressing the truest version of yourself.
I mean, when we think about how many people have lost their lives even to the struggle, Ebing Mayor, Junji Bangkiao, Jennifer Laude, those can't be in vain.
Yes.
You want to make sure that we're being seen on the pageant stage, maybe in other forms of media, but by promoting that visibility. You also talk about the different aspects of protection in our language, in our everyday actions, in education, like you said.
Yes.
And I hope that we think about the little things that we can do to make it better for everybody.
I would really love to tell this to the universe, that someone's sexual orientation should never be an issue to the society, right? So yeah, I hope they'll get it, especially the close-minded people.